Coming off a tough loss against the Sheldon Irish last Thursday, the Roseburg Indians return home and face off against the South Medford Panthers here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Hello and welcome inside Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Matt Jarecki, happy to be with you this evening as the Roseburg Indians, 5-12 on the season, take on the 7-10 South Medford Panthers. Now, this is an opportunity for Roseburg to win their first game against South Medford since 2019. It's been over 5 years since the last time the Indians last beat the Panthers. It was all the way back in February of 2019. It was year number one for head coach Jordan Humphreys in that season. It's been quite some time. South Medford, a very impressive opponent in terms of their history. Last year, they went 12-0 in the Southwest Conference, 19-7 overall. Made it to the second round of the playoffs, but lost to Jesuit 60-47 in the second round. This year, a little bit of a different story. They are 3-2 in Southwest Conference play, but 7-10 overall in the season. A little bit of a down year compared to last year or the year before, and obviously a lot of that is losing the big player, Weiland, last year. He was third all-time in points. Dolan Weiland was second all-time in steals, second most in points per game in a single season, and he's now playing at MIT. You can see the success that he's had, and he's now translating it at the college level, going and playing at an impressive school like MIT. Regardless, though, this is a team that does bring back a couple of all-conference players in Cole D and Jed Johnson. They have some size to them. A D 6'1", a guard, and Jed Johnson 6'5", a wing player for the Panthers. Those two have really been the leaders so far this season. Adi, one of the leaders in points per game this season. He is 16 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds in their last game. Johnson, a little bit of a down game, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He is averaging north of 8 points per game and shooting 63% from the free throw line with 4.5 rebounds per game. So it's a South Medford team that is coming off a victory, a 48-47 win versus South Eugene on Friday. The Panthers erased an 11-point deficit in the final quarter. Coady and Quentin Ritchie, as well as Joey Clevenger, each scored 5 points in a 20-point fourth quarter to come from behind and get the win against the Yaks. A much better day up in Eugene for the Panthers. Compared that to Roseburg, who had a tough 71-46 loss against Sheldon last Thursday. The Irish locked down on defense in the second half and ran away with that large victory against the boys basketball team. Irish were only up 37-30 at the halftime break and then held Roseburg to just 15 points in the second half to pull away for the 26-point victory for the Irish. The loss ended the 2-game winning streak for the Tribe. The Indians did, though, have the lead multiple times in the first half. It was just kind of the second half that got away from the Indians. They were down by about 10 points in midway through the second quarter. Got stretched a little bit up and away, but they were able to cut it to 7 just before the break, and the second half just did not go their way. Coach Humphreys after the game said, quote, "We decided we just wanted to play a quarter and a half of basketball." The Irish made 12 shots from three-point range in the contest, including 8 from Nathan Sheely, who had a game-high 26 points for the Sheldon Irish. Sheely, the son of Greg Sheely, the athletic director at Lane Community College. His team undefeated, actually, tomorrow, taking on the Umpqua Riverhawks, who are also undefeated. Both those teams currently tied in the NWAC right now in terms of women basketball rankings in the South region in the NWAC standings. And so Greg Sheely, the head coach of the Lane Titans, is going to have a lot on his hands going up against the Umpqua Riverhawks coming up tomorrow. But Owen Bentia in the loss for the Indians had 14 points to lead. The squad had 7 rebounds as well. Caden Luther added 13 points for the Indians. Landon Fanigow had 8 points, with Harrison Scott at 8 points and Jaden Kemmerly with 2. Again, this could be the first time since 2019 the Indians beat South Medford. Going to be a tall task, and we'll see if they're able to come away with the victory here tonight against the Panthers. Last year, 0-2 against South Medford. They lost 61-79 at home, and they lost 78-88 on the road. Back here at home, it was January 9th, 2024. South Medford began the second quarter with an 8-0 run, and they had a bucket every single time that Roseburg scored. The Indians fell behind as much as 14 points in the third period. They kept cutting back into the deficit, but the Panthers just kept on responding, only to push the lead back to 10 points or more. They ended up winning by 18 points. Micah Mendoza, 22 points for Roseburg last year. On the road, the Indians trailed by double figures at halftime, and the Panthers hung on for an 88-78 win despite a ferocious second-half rally for Roseburg. Roseburg trailed by as much as 19 points in the third quarter, managed to pull away within 82-78 within less than a minute left to play. The rally stalled out from there. The Indians missed a layup at the rim, a corner three-point shot, and turned the ball over in their final three possessions. Asher Vredenberg had 24 points to lead Roseburg. Micah Mendoza had 16 points. Jackson Weiland had a total of 30 points for South Medford. Jackson Weiland, I should say, he is the one playing at MIT right now. Impressive player in the Southwest Conference, and good to see him going on and playing some college ball. Now, 8 minutes to go until the start of this game. We're going to get a timeout in before we come back and talk things over with Coach Humphreys here on the pregame show. You're listening to Roseburg Basketball here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Can't move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Now Jarecki here with Coach Humphreys. Coach, the last time that we talked, you were pretty displeased with the performance of your team. What did you say to the team after that loss against Sheldon last Thursday?
Just talked about how we got to play a whole game. Decent first half when we were up there with Sheldon, and just couldn't follow it up with a good second half. So we got to be able to put together a whole game, stay focused for the whole thing, and finish.
How did you think the team responded to that message?
We'll find out tonight, I think. I had a good practice this week, and some good conversations in between, and obviously playing at home is nice, so hopefully we can bounce back and put together a full one.
You said that you didn't necessarily like the effort from your team down the stretch, especially towards the end of the game. Do you feel like because you had good practices this week, you guys are trending in the right direction?
We have been the last, 4 or 5 games. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and I think that Sheldon game happened to be that step backwards where you're making good progress, and then, you think things are going well, and guys get a little bit comfortable in that growth, and forget to bring that energy and how hard it is to make sure you have it every night. So that's some of the stuff we talked about, as you're going through the process and getting better, then there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be setbacks, not just on the basketball court, but in life. And, you got to be able to deal with those when that happens. If it were smooth sailing every day, then, life would be good for everybody, and that's just not reality.
In your eyes, what is playing a complete game of basketball?
We just have to, the effort's got to be there on every possession, and not taking plays off, and not having compounding mistakes. A lot of times if you make a mistake, get your head down, it affects the next couple of plays, and it's easier said than done. It's easier to make a mistake and turn and put your head down, or a teammate makes a mistake and and not go and pick them up. And if you do that 3 or 4 possessions in a row, then it starts to compound, and everybody's starting to get their head down, and we just got to find a way to work through those mistakes, and because mistakes are going to happen in the game, and continue to keep lifting each other up and help each other when we're down.
When you look at this South Medford team, this is a team that you guys haven't beaten in over 5 years. What's made them so tough to beat throughout these past 5 years?
I think most of it's just, we're competing against ourselves every night. We're our biggest enemy. If we play like we're capable of, then, we're going to go out and we're going to have games like we had against Century, like we had against Grants Pass. And if we come out flat and we have trouble overcoming some of our own mental mistakes, then we're going to struggle.
Looking at this team just on paper and also in the film, what have you seen from South Medford and their style this season?
The message is the same. It's about what we do, right? If we come out and we play, the solid defense that we work on in practice, then it's not going to matter. Obviously it's going to matter what they do, but if we come out and we play solid defense with our rotations being where they're supposed to be, and we take care of the ball on offense and run our stuff offensively, then we're going to be okay. If we don't, if we make our own mistakes and continue to make the same mistakes that kill us in other games, then we're going to have trouble. So it's not as much about them as it is about what we do.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
So that was Coach Humphreys ahead of this matchup between the Roseburg Indians and the South Medford Panthers here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. I'm going to be honest, that last game against Sheldon, probably the most upset that I've seen Coach Humphreys. He didn't offer a lot of positives. Even when I asked him, what's the positive that you can take away from this game? And normally, even in losses, you can take something away and find a positive. He said, at least it's Thursday. And to me, that's not necessarily an answer where you find a positive in your team's performance. You're just happy that you have an extra day to prepare for South Medford, and we'll see if that extra day certainly helps the Indians here tonight against South Medford. Again, looking for their first win against the Panthers since February of 2019. Got to put that into perspective. That was before COVID. It's been a tough, long 5 years for the Indians against South Medford. It's been a while. We'll see if they can get it done here tonight. Got the starting lineups. Try to get that in real quick right before the national anthem, starting with the South Medford Panthers. Isaac Tanasi is going to get the start with Cole Adi, both of them guards. Quentin Ritchie, also listed as a guard, gets the start. Ritchie averaging 5.4 points per game. Joey Clevenger also in there for the starting lineup for the Panthers with Jed Johnson. Johnson and Adi, both honorable mention, all-conference players from a year ago. They lost Jackson Weiland, who's now at MIT. As mentioned previously before, he was the Conference Player of the Year last season, first-team All-League performer. They also lost Ty Dolan last season as well. So a couple of big-time players the Panthers have lost, and that certainly showed up this season, 7-10 so far to start this year. Compare that to last year, where the Panthers finished 19-7 and made it to the second round of the 6A playoffs. On the other side, for the Roseburg Indians, it's business as usual. Jaron Leeworthy, the junior, again the start with Landon Fanigal, the senior. Harrison Scott, another junior in the lineup, with Owen Bentia and Caden Luther rounding out the starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians. Bentia, honorable mention, All-Southwest Conference Player a year ago, and he might be on his way to a second Southwest Conference Award season this year. Only 8 games remaining. It feels like we just started the season yesterday, but we only got 8 more to go. Bentia averaging over 20 points per game so far this season, averaging close to about 6 rebounds per game, just under there at 5.9 with 20.6 points per game. About to get going here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. National anthem on its way. We'll take our final time out of the pregame show. 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Panthers as announced by head coach James Whiteman. At a guard, a 6'3" senior, number 1, Isaac Tanasi.
We'll go back here to Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Indians 5-12 so far this season, coming off a tough loss against Sheldon, 71-46, the final last Thursday up in Eugene. Hoping to respond and rebound here tonight against South Medford, who's coming off a 48-47 win against South Eugene last Friday. Should be a fun one here tonight. Starting lineups being announced. Again, starting lineups for South Medford: Isaac Tanasi, Cole Adee, Quentin Ritchie, Joey Clevenger, and Jed Johnson getting the start for the Panthers. For Roseburg, Harrison Scott with Landon Fanigow, Jaron Leeworthy, and Owen Bentia, as well as Caden Luther. South Medford, pretty good turnout from their fans traveling north up here tonight. Pretty good turnout from the Roseburg student section as well across the way in the gym, and the band making noise as well. Great job on the national anthem by the Roseburg High School Marching Band, who has won numerous awards so far this season. Honestly, I'm really impressed with what they do week in, week out. During the football season, it was really incredible to see the band, and it's been great to have them back here during league play. Roseburg tonight going to be wearing white jerseys, orange letters that read Roseburg across the chest, black trim for the jerseys and letters for the Indians. On the other side, for South Medford, going to be wearing a dark gray jersey, more like an anthracite, with blue numbers and a white trim. It says South with the number, and then Medford underneath the number on the front of their jerseys. So that's what each team is wearing here tonight. Great turnout, great energy. Looking forward to this one between two Southwest Conference foes. Southern Oregon basketball at its finest. Indians going to start on the left side of the court, attacking towards the right. South Medford on the right side, going towards the left. Fanigow in the circle, and the tip is won by Joey Clevenger, and we're underway here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Taking it right to left, past the timeline, and handing it off is Clevenger. Passes to the top, pulling up from the left elbow is Cole Adee. It's off to the left. Fight for the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds. Going to go Roseburg's way. So Roseburg, a stop defensively in their opening possession. Full court press for South Medford. They get it into Fanigow from Benty on the inbound. Fanigow working on Ritchie. Drops it to Luther in the high post, and a stoppage. Two officials going to talk with each other. Looks like they didn't start the clock, so they're going to deduct 5 seconds off the clock. 0-0 the score. They want 7:39 on the clock here in the first quarter. Vanagao inbounds it into Leeworthy at the top, hands it off to Luther at the top of the arc. Takes a dribble towards his right, passes to the near corner for Vanagao. Gets a screen from Luther, pops a triple off the rim. Rising up and getting the rebound is Clevengers. He'll take it up the floor and hand it off to Ritchie. He drives down the left alley, goes up, and he's fouled from behind, but no. Actually going to be a travel. So he walked too many steps. A turnover for South Medford. Vanagao certainly with some contact from behind. Still scoreless through the first 40 seconds plus. A couple of empty possessions for each team. Vanagao goes to the high post for Luther, hands it off to Bentia at the free throw line, tried to pass it down low to Luther, and it's taken away. A steal comes the other way with Jed Johnson, goes down the left alley, it's blocked. Scott the rejection. Bentia gets the rebound and takes it up the floor on the far sideline. He'll drive baseline, goes up the right hand, off glass, no good. Tanasi gets the rebound and tosses it up the floor for Ritchie. Hands it off. Tanasi, the bright green Oregon Duck type of shoes. Hands it off to Ritchie, and he connects on a 5-foot jump shot. Gives South Medford the lead here with 6:36 and counting. 2-0. Panthers on top. Bentia goes to Luther on the right elbow, back to the top. Triple from Bentia, off to the right. Leeworthy tries to corral it and does in the corner, and he was pushed out of bounds by Tanasi. First foul on Isaac Tanasi.
South Medford foul number 1.
First team foul, 6:23 to play, 2-0. Panthers leading. Vanagao to inbound from the baseline, tosses it to the top of the arc for Leeworthy. Far corner, Scott, a three-pointer, airballed it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Going to stay here with Roseburg. Vanagao will inbound it once again. Gets it into the paint for Luther. Takes a dribble towards his right, goes underneath the basket and lays it in. Caden Luther gets the first 2 points for Roseburg, and we're even 2-2. And now Roseburg, a little bit of a press. In the backcourt, Vanagao gets a pass forced from Ritchie, and he gets it up the floor to Tanasi. Driving baseline and putting it up and in is Coladeep. South Medford retakes the lead 4-2. Quickly the other way. Tribe tried to throw it up the floor and almost was a steal. Out of bounds off of Jed Johnson, they say. Roseburg basketball from the far sideline. 2 minutes, 11 seconds into the first quarter, and the Panthers lead by 2. Vanagao throws it to the top. He was looking for Leeworthy. Luther reached up, and now a steal. Tanasi the other way, lays it in. 6-2. That was just a tough play as Leeworthy trying to get the pass, but Luther, with his size, tried to reach up like the tight end he is and bring down the reception. Bentia drives baseline, goes up and under. His layup no good. Luther in offensive rebound. Vanagao in the paint, goes up with the right hand strong and is fouled. It's going to be Tanasi with his second.
South Medford foul on number 1.
So a couple of quick fouls for Isaac Tanasi. And now Vanagao at the line. First free throw off to the left. Special thanks to our sponsor, Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call 541-459-1545. Vanagao goes 0 for 2 at the foul stripe and a foul. This time it's Vanagao, the culprit. So 5:20 to play. It is 6-2. Panthers leading. Tanasi still in the game with the 2 fouls early on. Coach James Whiteman, the coach of the year last season in the Southwest Conference, trusts his guy. Pulling up from the right block is Quentin Ritchie, and a push foul on Roseburg. This time it's Caden Luther. Second team foul. 4 floor foul, so South Medford will take out from the baseline. Ritchie gets it in. Clevenger gets it in the paint and puts in the 5-foot jump shot.
South Medford basket by Joey Clevenger.
Makes it 8-2. South Medford with the lead. This is a team that only scores 55.5 points per game. A little less than what Roseburg puts up so far this season. Fanigow drives down the left alley and lays it in. Second basket for the Indians, 8-4 the score. Again, the full court press for Roseburg. Fanigow jumped up trying to defend a pass from Johnson and got up and on him. So a couple of quick fouls for Landon Fanigow. And he'll check out for Easton Cantrell. Cantrell has been a solid bench piece so far this season for Roseburg. Has started a couple of games as well. Pass comes in underneath the basket was Ritchie. His layup no good. And Scott gets the rebound for Roseburg. Goes behind his back, crosses, hands it off to Bentia. Lucky it wasn't a backcourt violation. Now Bentia throws it over to Luther. The high post, hands it off. Bentia just beyond the foul stripe, short on the jump shot. Rebound goes to Johnson. Throws it up the floor. Tanasi on the near sideline goes up. Floater banked in. 4 points for Isaac Tanasi. And the lead's back to 6. A steal on the inbound pass, and laying it in is Joey Clevenger. Rather, that's Cole Adine. Twelve to 4. It's the Panthers leading by 8. 3:58 to play here in the first quarter. A little over halfway through this first period. Pacheco has it, and his pass knocked out of bounds is going to stay here. South Medford basketball on the left side of the court on your radio dial. Tanasi, the 6'3 guard, inbounds it in for Ritchie. Crosses Scott at the top of the arc, gets it to the right wing. Colady back to Tanasi just inside the arc. His long two-point jump shot rattles out. Bentia gets the board. Up the floor with numbers. Bentia takes it himself like a running back, running right through a linebacker. He draws a foul, as it's a blocking foul on Cole Adi. That's Adi's first foul, and man, Bentia, former quarterback on the Roseburg football team, looked like he was running the triple option right there, just ran straight through the defender. Foul on Quentin Ritchie. It looked like he was reaching over the line. It's the fourth foul on South Medford here in the first quarter. Scott gets it in. Bentia puts up a shot. No good. Too strong. Lutheran offensive rebound. Goes up with the right hand. Airballed the hook shot. Tanasi, the rebound. He goes up the floor. Goes behind the back. Dribbling with his left hand. He gets it to the top. Driving down is Ritchie. Back to the top for Tanasi. And an offensive foul. That's the third on Tanasi. He can't believe it. Cantrell drew the charge. A spark plug off the bench, Cantrell's been, and Tanasi with 3 fouls early on. So he'll take a seat. Into the game, Jackson Spires. Cantrell underneath the basket. Stepped out of bounds. Indians running some tempo. There's not a lot of points to show for it. 12-4, South Medford with the lead. Von Strahl into the game for the first time in the backcourt. Him and Ritchie playing catch as they get it past the half-court line. Ritchie on the left wing. Dribbles to the top. Bounce pass to the left wing. Here's a D on Scott. Gets it to the top for Spires. Drives inside the arc out to the right wing. Into the paint. They pass it to a D and he lays it in. Cole D, 4 points. And it's a 10-point South Medford lead. Just realized I had the score wrong on the graphic the other way. And it is 14-4, South Medford with the lead here in the first quarter. Timeout for South Medford. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout ourselves here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Back here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium after the timeout, Roseburg with the basketball on the right side of the court, going left to right. Cantrell back to the top for Bentia. Bentia calls for a screen, gets it from Luther, drives, passes it down low. Cantrell goes up, and he's blocked by Spires. Good defense from Spires off the bench. D has it the other way in transition into the corner, a three-pointer short for Von Strahl. And Scott gets the rebound for Roseburg. Bentia behind the back, trying to cut through to two defenders, and he was fouled. It was almost a steal for a D. Said it's going to be a foul. And apologies on the video stream. Always get confused here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium because they put the Indians on the left side of the scoreboard, which traditionally the home team is on the right side of the scoreboard, and so it always throws me off, especially Panthers being on the right side of where I'm sitting right now, and so it always throws me off. Bentia at the line. Special thanks to our sponsor, Neilco Real Estate. Check out Neil Company Real Estate at neilco.com for the latest listings around Douglas County. Their agents can help you score the home of your dreams. Bentia rattles in the first free throw. (14-5) the score. Luther will check out. Jaden Kemmerly checks into the game. Special thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor. If you're listening on the radio right now, you can head over to 541radio.com for the live video simulcast. Bentia, no good on the second free throw off to the right. Leeworthy got an offensive rebound, but he traveled in the corner. So it's going back the other way with 2:02 on the clock here in the first quarter. South Medford basketball.
Kristen Frabel into the Indian lineup. And for South Medford,
Ritchie up the floor. At the top. Bounce pass to the right wing for Von Strahl. Into the right block for Ritchie. Backs it back out to the top. Ritchie down the center alley. Out to the near side. Three-pointer no good from Pacheco. The ball squirts its way free and finds it back to Clevenger. Drives down the right alley. Goes up. No good. Kemmerly gets the rebound for Roseburg. Bentia driving down the right lane. Goes up with the right hand between two defenders. No good. Second chance alley-oop attempt for Bentia. No good. And now South Medford has the basketball the other way. Spires in the corner. Dribbles to the right elbow. Working in on Frabel. Has the matchup he likes. Instead, passes to the top for Clevenger, and they'll pass around the perimeter. Ritchie down to Spires. Left block. His bank shot goes in. Jackson Spires, his first 2 points. 16-5. Quickly the other way. Frabel was blocked. Roseburg went with some tempo. Pass up the floor. Cherry picking was Ritchie, and he lays it in. 18-5, South Medford leading. Bentia gets it past half court. 13-point deficit for the Tribe. Kemmerly, the right elbow, drives to the right block, lost the ball. Going the other way, out of bounds off of Kemmerly. Good defense from Levi Pacheco, as well as Jake Von Strahl. Two of them combined and were able to strip Kemmerly. Force the turnover. About a 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. 23 seconds and counting on the game clock. At the top, Spires lost the handle out to the right wing for Ritchie. Passes it over to the right wing, Pacheco. Back to the top for Spires. Lost the handle, under 10 seconds on the shot clock. 7 seconds and counting. Ritchie at the top with 4 seconds. Out to the corner. Putting up a fadeaway jump shot. No good is Von Strahl. Offensive rebound at the horn. Fadeaway is good. What a shot at the horn from Joey Clevenger. And South Medford leads it 20-5 at the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score 92.3 FM and 4.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
First quarter in the books here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Owen Bentia has it at the top. Passes to the left wing for Kemmerly. Roseburg with the basketball on the right side of the court, going left to right on your radio dial. South Medford defending on the right side, attacking towards the left. Bentia down the left lane, contested shot no good, off backboard, batted out of bounds, and they'll say off of Bentia. South Medford will get the ball, leading by 15, 20-5 the score after the first quarter. Tough offensive quarter for the Indians. Fanigan with 2 points, Bentia with 1, and Luther with 2. Clevenger has it at the top. Out to the right wing. Spires into the paint. Gets a pass to Von Strahl that connects as his floater's good. Von Strahl makes it in and makes it a 17-point game. Luther to the top for Bentia. Down low into the paint. Kemmerly under the basket lays it in. First 2 points for Jaden Kemmerly, who's averaging just under 2 points a game. Makes it 22-7. Left wing. Spires back to the top for Hopkins. Hopkins in for the first time today. Von Strahl goes into the paint for Spires, who soars, gets the bucket off the backboard and in. 24-7. South Medford with the lead. Kemmerly tried to get the pass from Bentia and a foul from behind from Jackson Spires.
South Medford foul number 5, Jackson Squire.
So Spires with the foul. And now Bentia to the sideline. Passes it into Kemmerly. Now Luther at the top of the arc. Ashton Palm into the game as well. Bentia gets it, though, in the backcourt. Under 6.5 to go. Bentia down the left alley, and he's fouled from behind. Almost a clean block from Clevenger.
South Medford foul number 12, Billy Clevenger. On Bentia at the line.
First foul on Clevenger. Bentia to the line to shoot 2. Special thanks to our sponsor, Dr. Allison Randall. Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call 541-378-6694. Bentia splashes through the first free throw. Makes it 24-8. Again, special thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor all season long here on The Score. Bentia, no good on the second free throw. 2 for 4 at the line today for the 73% free throw shooter, and a foul after the missed free throw.
South Medford possession on the jump ball.
Actually, they're just going to give the ball to South Medford. Hopkins has it on the near side of the court. Passes cross court for Von Strahl. Back to the top for Hopkins, the junior guard. Swings it to the right wing. Von Strahl drives on Bentia. Out to the far corner for Spires. Back to the top. Hopkins pulls up from the right elbow. No good. Offensive rebound. Clevenger's put back attempt. No good. And Fanigal corrals it. 16-point lead for South Medford. Bentia out to the right wing for Kemmerly. Pass to Scott at the top is taken away. It's a steal for Von Strahl. Right-handed layup from the left alley is good. Von Strahl with 4 points here in the second quarter. The lead, the largest of the night, 18 points for South Medford. Scott hands it out. Leeworthy dribbles down the right lane, and he's blocked. Going the other way with Spires. Up the floor with pace to the near corner. Three-pointer rattles out. Nobody's getting a three-pointer today. It was a shot from Clevenger. So far, no team with a three-pointer. So Leeworthy has the ball, past the line, got it poked away, almost a backcourt violation. James Whiteman couldn't believe it on the near sideline. Hopkins almost took it away from Kemmerly. He drives to the right block, puts up a hook shot, and no good, but a foul going the other way. I believe Luther. And it is Luther. That's his second foul. Easton Cantrell will check in for Jaden Kemmerly. It's a deep bench for South Medford. Ritchie down the left lane, goes up. He's blocked by Scott from behind. Bentia up the floor, a 2-on-2. Bentia keeps it himself, goes up with the right hand, no good. Luther an offensive rebound. His turnaround hook shot, no good. Bentia gets it. This time it goes. And that's his first bucket. Now has 6 points and makes it 26-10. Pass to the top, an errant one, and a backcourt violation. Might even just say that Ritchie was out of bounds on the far sideline. Either way, Roseburg basketball, 4:33 to play, second quarter, 26-10. All Panthers in this one. Bentia, long three-pointer straight away off to the left. Luther gets the offensive rebound. Bentia tries again with a three-pointer. Too strong this time. Johnson gets the rebound. Jed goes behind his back to the left arc, back to the top. Ritchie thought about a three-pointer, instead takes it himself down the left lane, left-handed layup, no good. And Bentia gets the board, up the floor, he tosses it to Leeworthy, who is cherry-picking and lays it in. Indians got it to 14, 26-12. The lead was as largest as 18, it's a 6-0 run. Johnson from the corner, his three-pointer off back iron. Out to the left wing for Ritchie, tosses it underneath the basket. Johnson tried to go over Luther, and it's knocked out of bounds off the left paw. Fanigal will check in after the two quick fouls early on took him out of the game. Indians have certainly missed his offense. Pass to the top, almost out of bounds, but Clevenger gets it on the far sideline. Ritchie has it at the top to the right wing. Pass taken away. Von Strahl was looking to go in the paint. He found Luther instead. Far corner, Scott got it. Drove baseline, goes up, count the basket. No foul, but Scott gets a nice floater. He hit the deck, and Roseburg's going to call a timeout. 26-14. Indians on an 8-0 run. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout ourselves here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
(26-14) the score. Midway through the second quarter. It's been a tough start for Roseburg, but good news is coming from behind. 8-0 run to make the deficit down to 12. Stretch that 6-0 run. Regardless, though, they've cut the lead down from 18 to 12. Considering they only had 5 points in the first quarter, it's good to see them with 9 here in quarter number 2. South Medford with the basketball, anthracite jerseys, blue trim and white down the side. Blue numbers, white trim for the Panthers. On the right wing is Cole D. He had 2 fouls, and he was held out a majority of this first half. A big loss for the Panthers so far. Johnson in the far corner, drives down baseline. Back to the top for a D. Gets it over the left wing. They pass it along the perimeter to the near corner. Now left elbow, a jump shot from Johnson off to the left. Rebound goes to Roseburg. Bentia taking it himself. Lost it off the foot of a defender. Luther finds it and lays it in. 8-0 run officially now for Roseburg. 26-16 the score. Pass taken away from Scott. It was a pass from Ritchie out to the right wing, and Scott rose up and got his hand on it. Bentia now drives down the left alley, and a foul. This time Jake Von Strahl. Third foul for the Panthers.
Squires into the South Medford lineup, replacing Jake Von Strahl.
And Caden Luther. Count the basket and one. So Luther at the line, just a 31% free throw shooter this season. Special thanks to the DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Luther can't get the free throw to go, and it remains 26-18. Right wing, Adi has it. Out to the right elbow, Clevenger. Far wing, Johnson puts up a long jump shot, and it rattles in. Ends the 10-0 run for Roseburg. Pass gets it in for Leeworthy. (28-18) the score, 10-point game. Takeaway. Here's Clevenger all alone. Lays it in with the left hand. Just like that, after the Indians cut it to single digits. It's a steal by Clevenger, and he lays it in. 30-18. Buck 30 and counting. Bentia gets a screen to the right. Down the right lane, he spins, goes up short on his shot. And up the floor with numbers is Ritchie. He'll pull up from the foul line and rattles it in. Quinn Ritchie with his first 2 points here in the second quarter has 6 total in the game. And the lead 32-18. Back to a 14-point game. Fanigal tried to lob it underneath the basket, and it's batted away up the floor. South Medford with it. Right lane, a charging foul. Joey Clevenger. That's his second foul, 4th team in the quarter.
Joey Clevenger.
And Colady and Joey Clevenger will check out for South Medford. Bentia gets it in to Fanigal. Full court press once again for South Medford. Luther has it at the top. Bentia left wing. He'll put up a three-pointer. Strong. It won't rattle in. Almost got the favorable bounce. Instead, it's knocked out of bounds off of Roseburg with 42.9 seconds. 14-point lead. Panthers leading 32-18. Ritchie out to the right wing for Von Strahl. To the top for Spires. Into the paint. It's taken away by Luther. So now Roseburg has an opportunity to hold for the final shot. Bentia gets it past half court with 17 seconds on the game clock. He'll hold in the back court as the clock ticks down. 12 seconds now. Crosses. Ritchie back to the top. 8 seconds. Bentia. Fade away. Step back. Three-pointer. Air bolt. 2.1 seconds on the clock. It's been a tough first half for Owen Bentia. Just 4 points. Up the floor, 2.1. Ritchie, long three-pointer. Splash!
3-point basket count.
The first three-point basket of the half for either team is right at the horn, about 7 feet away from the three-point line. Quentin Ritchie connects, and South Medford will take a 35-18 halftime lead into the locker room. A lot to recap from that first half. We'll take a 2.5-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Can't move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back here to Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. 35-18, the halftime score. South Medford with the lead against the Roseburg Indians. Indians got it down to 8 points, but it was a 9-0 run at the end of the half to stretch it back to 17. 18 points was the largest of the half for South Medford. Roseburg went on a 10-0 run, and then it was the 9-0 run by the Panthers at the end of the half. Capitalized by the three-point shot by Quentin Ritchie at the end of the half. Hit a three-pointer from just inside the half-court line, just a shy away from the logo. Heck of a shot from Mr. Ritchie as the Panthers lead at 35-18. Unofficial first-half statistics, and my numbers at least add up, so we're hoping these are correct. Jaron Leeworthy with 2 points, Landon Fanagan with 2 points, Harrison Scott with 2 points, Owen Bentia has 4 points, Caden Luther with 6 points, and Jaden Kemmerly with 2 points. Those are the scores for Roseburg. Good news, a lot of contributors. Bad news is no guys in double figures and not a lot of offensive points, only 5 points in the first quarter. Good to see 13 in the second, but still not necessarily the best offensive night for this Roseburg team, only 18 points in the first half. They're averaging 55.6 points per game. That's well below the average for the first half. On the other side, for South Medford, a team averaging under the season average for Roseburg, averaging just 55.5 points per game, but their defense right there at 55.3 points per game. A really good defensive team in South Medford. Offense hasn't necessarily been there. Well, the offense came alive in the first half, 35 points for them, 20 in the first quarter, 15 in the second quarter. Isaac Tanasi has 4 points. Cole Adee with 4 points. Jackson Spires also has 4 points. Quinn Ritchie, who hit that three-pointer at the end, he has 9 points at the halftime break. Joey Clevenger with 8 points. Jed Johnson with 2 points. Jake Von Strahl with 4 points. And if you're going to ask me before the game that if Cole Adee had 4 points in the first half and Jed Johnson only had 2, probably would have told you that Roseburg was playing pretty good. Just hasn't necessarily been the case today. It's been a lot of the depth players for South Medford coming up big in this one. It's a South Medford team that plays a lot of players. We saw it in the first half, numerous players contributing, but not a ton really breaking away other than Quentin Ritchie, who again had 6 points up until the three-pointer at the very end of the first half. This season, though, Cole Adee, he only has 4 points in this game. He's averaging just under 14 points per game at 13.8 points per game this season. He's a little bit under his season average. We'll see what he does in the second half. Got a couple of quick early fouls, him and Isaac Tanasi, too. I think that may be part of the reason why South Medford rotated so many guys into the game in that first half is because of the foul trouble they had. Isaac Tanasi had 3 fouls in the first quarter. He still has 3 fouls as we'll get to the second half. Cole Adee with 2 fouls. Jackson Spires and Quentin Ritchie each with 1 foul. Joey Clevenger with 2 fouls. And Jake Von Strahl with 1 foul. On the other side for Roseburg, it's really just Caden Luther and Landon Fanigal, each of them with 2 fouls. Other than that, clean sheet in terms of the fouls for Roseburg. South Medford team with a lot of players that can score the basketball, and they certainly did that in the first half, but I think the defense, really the story, just 5 points in the first half. Now here's the good news. I'll tell you a story. As I was talking with Owen Bentia before the game, and Bentia was telling me that 3 games ago, back at Century High School, Amy Palm of Palm Wealth Management, she brought the team some fruit, and so at the halftime break at Century, he had a banana. They won the game. So what happened? The next game, he decided to bring a banana. They won the game. Now, he brought the banana last week against Sheldon. They did not win that game, but they're 2-1 when he eats a banana at halftime. He told me today he brought a banana, and so I told him, I said, hey, Owen, if you put up some points in the second half, it has to be the banana. And he said it has to. So he's fully set on this second half being determined by him eating a banana. We'll see if it pays off here in the second half. I don't know. I've seen wild things. Some athletes believe in amulets. Why not a banana? We'll see if it gets done in the second half. 35-18 the score at the halftime break. South Medford leading. It's the South Medford team coming off a 48-47 win versus South Eugene on Friday. It's a team that made it to the postseason last year, won a postseason game. They defeated Cleveland High School 81-46 in the first round of the playoffs. Then fell against Jesuit, a good program up there in the Portland metro area, 60-47 in the second round. Roseburg also a team that made it to the postseason last year. They were 4th in the Southwest Conference. South Medford, they were 1st. They went 12-0 in Southwest Conference play. Roseburg 6-6. They lost to Grant in the first round of the playoffs last season. Now 2 minutes to go to the second half. We'll take another timeout, 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate! Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform.
web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Hold on to your taste buds because the heat is on. Introducing Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. Our spicy hot nuts are handcrafted with fresh made dough, spicy jalapenos, creamy garlic sauce, and melty cheese all wrapped and ready to enjoy. And for limited time, they're just $5.99. Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. They're the perfect spicy side to go with your next pizza order. Order online or on our app for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Welcome back here to Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Now, Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon. Christine Elise helping us with camera here tonight. Second half of basketball about to get going. Roseburg finds themselves in a hole. 35-18 the score as we begin the third quarter. 8 minutes on the clock. Roseburg starting with the basketball going right to left on your radio dial. Fanigal has it at the top on the logo, out to the right wing for Luther. Back to the top for Bentia. He drives down the left lane, goes up with the left hand. He's fouled. Shot no good. And a foul going to be on Cole Adit. That's his third. So after two quick fouls in the first half, limited Adit gets a quick one right away. And you guessed it, Mr. Banana Boy Owen Bentia at the line makes the first free throw. Good to see the jump right out the gate. 35-19 and makes it 35-20. 15-point game. Out to the left wing, Tanasi has it. Out to far corner, three-pointer from Johnson. Off iron, and rebound goes to Scott. 15-point lead. Scott taking himself down the left alley, and he is blocked from behind, going to go out of bounds. Stay here with Roseburg. Special thanks to the Count Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor, as well as Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Fanigal gets it in to Scott in the near arc. Back up to the top. Clevenger guarding. Scott over to Fanigal. He drives down the left lane, goes up with the right hand and lays it in. Landon Fanigal, only 2 points in the first half, gets 2 points here to start the second half, and it's 35-22. Indians starting out with a 4-0 run, but a foul on the near sideline, and it's Fanigal with the foul. So that's his third. So after two quick early fouls in the first half for him, he gets his third right away here in the third quarter. Just 55 seconds into the third frame. Tanasi, left wing to the left elbow for Johnson. Back to the top for Adi. Into the paint, they get it to Clevenger. Down low for Johnson, and he gets fouled and puts it in. Jed Johnson, the honorable mention all-conference player a year ago. Chance for an and one play. Special thanks to our sponsor, Chuck Schwarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Johnson connects on the free throw, makes it 38-22. And ball batted out of bounds, going to be South Medford basketball. Roseburg with the press. Actually out of bounds off of Roseburg, they say. Turnover, South Medford basketball. Get it into Johnson at the foul stripe. Hands it off to Tanasi. Just inside the foul stripe, he traveled. Just hasn't been Isaac Tanasi's day. 4 points, all of them coming in the first quarter, and the three fouls that limited his action in the first half, and a turnover there. They get it into Fanigal. Full court press for South Medford. 16-point game. 38-22. Bentia to the top for Fanigal. Out to the right wing. Bentia drives, goes behind the back at the foul stripe. Down the right lane. Does it all himself. Bentia lays it in off the backboard and makes it 38-24. Ritchie out to Tanasi on the left wing. Now to the left block. They get it to Clevenger in the paint. Adi is blocked by Luther. Leeworthy gets the rebound, and Bentia has it on the far sideline. Passes to Scott. He'll put up a tray. Yes, sirree! Indians got their first three-pointer and make it an 11-point game. 38-27. Tanasi in the paint. No-look pass to Johnson. His shot over Fanigal goes in. Tough shot for Johnson, but he's able to answer the three-pointer from Roseburg. And it's a timeout for South Medford. 40-27 the score. 5:48 to go here in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today. (40-27) the score. Special thanks to our sponsor, Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Bentia to inbound it for Roseburg. On the right side of the court, he gets it into Fanigal. Indians, the white jerseys today, going up against the anthracite gray in South Medford. Fanigal past the timeline, gets a screen from Bentia to the left side. He'll drive down the left lane, fakes a pass, goes up with a shot off the side of the backboard. Man, was that ugly. Adi gets it. Bounce pass to Tanasi, and he lays it in. Defense to offense for South Medford, and the lead's back to 15. Leeworthy on the left wing. Passes to the top. On the logo is Fanigal. Dribbles it over towards the left wing. Passes to Scott. Gets it into the paint for Bentia. Spins around a defender and lays it in. Bentia with some juice here in the second half. 42-29. Tanasi, left wing, back to the near side for a D. He drives baseline, back to the top. At the foul line was Ritchie. Goes down low into the paint for Clevenger. He lost the handle, and a jump ball was going to be called. South Medford will retain possession with 4:49 on the clock. 13-point lead for the Panthers. They get it in to Johnson, hands it off to Adi. Adi out to the right wing for Ritchie. Back to the top, Tanasi. Out to the right wing for Ritchie, back to the top. Ritchie down the right lane. Lost the handle, and it's a turnover. Going the other way, Roseburg basketball trying to make a second half comeback. Bentia gets it in for Fanigal. Far sideline. Pass half court. Fanigal to the top for Bentia. Down the left lane. Contested shot off to the left. Lutheran offensive rebound. His second chance. Too strong on a hook shot, and Johnson gets the rebound. Passes it up the floor. Clevenger down the right lane, going one-on-one against Luther. He hit the deck. No foul. Whiteman, the coach, can't believe it. Fanigal, no-look pass down low. Banked home by Luther. 42-31. The Indians have crawled their way back into this game. Tanasi down the right lane, fouled. And he'll go and shoot two. Foul is going to be on Owen Bentia. That's his first. Special thanks to our sponsor, Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Tanasi short on the first free throw.
64% free throw shooter this season. Pacheco will check in for Jed Johnson. $11-point lead, a chance to make it 12. Tanasi does just that. 43-31. South Medford with the lead. Vanagow gets it to Leeworthy. Near corner. Down to the left block for Luther. Drives in on a defender. Back out for Bentia. He goes in. Spins around a defender, and he's fouled from behind. Foul is on Isaac Tanasi. That's his fourth. Big fourth foul. He didn't agree with it. He's still shaking his head. And Owen Bentia is at the line. Bentia's first free throw. No good. Special thanks to our sponsor, McClendon Smokehouse, as well as Centennial Orthopedics, sports injuries and more. It's your move. Visit centennialorthopodiatry.com. So Bentia, his second free throw is good. Now 5 for 8 at the foul stripe today is Bentia, as he'll check out. Ashton Palm checks in to give Bentia a little bit of a break. Left wing, Von Strahl has it. Back to the top for South Medford. Out to the right wing, Ritchie into the paint for Spires. Tries to pass out to the far corner. Corralling it in the corner is Clevenger. Back to the top for Ritchie. They swing it to Von Strahl on the right wing. Good 2-3 defense for Roseburg. Far corner, three-pointer, no good. Kemmerly gets the rebound. Vanagow up the floor. 11-point lead for South Medford. Indians trying to cut it to single digits. Kemmerly will pop a triple. Way too strong. Rebound goes to Spires and the Panthers. High arcing shot for Kemmerly. Down the left lane, Clevenger had it and then brought it back to the top. They pass it to Spires at the foul line and then back to the top as they'll reset. Right wing into the paint, Pacheco. Fade away, jump shot, no good from 7 feet away. And Roseburg gets the rebound. Bentia, after a minute, already back to the scores table, waiting to check in. Vanagow at the top. Indians have held South Medford to just 7 points here in the second half. At the top, Kemmerly hands it off to Leeworthy, drives down the left lane, and his shot no good off the glass. Spires up the floor, a 2-on-3. Lost the handle, trying to corral his palm, and he gets the steal. Vanagow up the floor for Leeworthy. Leeworthy takes it himself and lays it in. Makes it a 9-point game, 43-34, and a timeout by South Medford. Roseburg going to take the timeout. So it's a 9-point game. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Take a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 4.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Come out and support the Indians. So 3 home games in a row.
(43-34). Got ourselves a game here in the second half after it was looking pretty grim. Somebody just got a technical on the South Medford bench. And South Medford is strongly disagreeing. Bentia makes the first free throw. And he makes the second after the technicals. Big points. 43-36. Someone on the South Medford bench said something. Nobody on the bench claims they said anything. Then they looked at the JV basketball players, and they all look in disbelief as well. Not exactly sure what happened there, but 2 free points go to Roseburg. 43-36. It's a 7-point game. Kemmerly to the top for Fanigout. Fanigout out to the right wing. Bentia has it. He'll drive towards the left wing, hit the deck. He lost his footing. Tell you what, he tapes his ankles every single game. Said his ankles are poor at this point. He has to tape them because, well, he plays basketball. And honestly, it's a sport where you might roll your ankles quite a bit. 43-36, 7-point game. South Medford with the basketball after the travel from Bentia. Left wing, it's Von Strahl into the paint. Putting up a long 2-point jump shot was Ritchie, and he connects. Stretches the lead back to 9. 45-36. Minute 20 and counting, third quarter. Bentia. Big second half. Down the left lane, spins into the paint, passes to Palm. And a foul called on Quinn Ritchie. Second foul on Ritchie. Luther going to check in for Ashton Palm. Fanigout gets it into the corner. Scott a three-pointer off iron. Rebound goes to South Medford. Near side, a D into the game. Passes to the top. Ritchie thought about a three. Instead passes it over to Johnson on the left wing. Back to the top for Spires. Out to a D on the right wing. Takes a jab. Takes a second jab and then dishes it off into the paint. Pass goes to Spire. He'll go down the left lane and his shot short on the layup attempt. Roseburg with the rebound. Up the floor pass. Out of bounds off of Roseburg. Fanigout pass was a little errant into the student section of the Roseburg Indians. 46.4 seconds on the clock. Now South Medford with the basketball trying to stretch their lead back. Out to the left wing. Von Strahl has it. Back to the top for Ritchie. Out to a D. Right wing. Gets it back to Ritchie. Left wing into the far corner. Three-pointer. Money. Jake Von Strahl from deep. 48-36. It's a 12-point lead. The Indians cut it down to 7. 5-0 run. Fanigout at the top. 14 seconds. Lost the handle. 3 defenders around him. He puts up a jump shot. It's contested and no good off to the right. South Medford. Chance for the final shot. A D. Into the paint. Lays it up with 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Into Bentia. 3/4 court shot is short. And that'll do it for the third quarter. After the Indians cut it down to 7, South Medford stretches it back and makes it a 14-point game after 3. 3 quarters in the book. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Welcome back here for the fourth quarter. Roseburg going to start with the basketball, trailing by 14. At the top, Bentia puts up a three-pointer, connects. Bentia gets his first three-pointer. And he stayed hot in the second half. Now 12 points in the second half for Bentia. Maybe the Bananas paying off. Out to the right wing, Adi puts up a three-pointer. Shot too strong. Scott can't get the rebound. Bentia has it up the floor on the near side. Bounce pass to Leeworthy. His layup is good. Bentia gets the assist, and all of a sudden the Indians have brought it back to single digits, 50-41. Back to the top. Von Strahl puts up a three-pointer and answers for South Medford. 53-41 the score. South Medford leading by 12. Bentia, left wing, back to the top for Leeworthy. Drives down the right alley. And are they going to count the basket? It's the question. Basket's good. So Leeworthy gets the points. 43-53 and a chance for more. Fun fact about Jaron Leeworthy, he's actually listed as an assistant coach on the men's basketball program at Umpqua Community College. Second season there. His dad, of course, Daniel Leeworthy, the head coach at UCC. Leeworthy makes the free throw. Again, UCC, big-time games coming up tomorrow against Lane up at the Titan Dome. Men's and women's, both in first place. Looking to stay in first place against Lane, who they are tied with for first place. Should be a good one tomorrow. Foul at the top. Luther whistled with the foul. That's his third. .636 to play. Panthers leading by 9. Ritchie working on Fanigal. Out to the left wing. Clevenger. Up to the top. Von Strahl gets it to Johnson. Right elbow. Thought about a pass. Does pass it. Pass to Von Strahl. No good. As his shot goes off to the right on a layup attempt. Fanigal has it. Hands it off to Bentia. Thought about a three. Jabs into the arc. He goes, and a charge. It's like the play from earlier. Just ran right through the defender. Defender had his feet set. And it's a turnover for Roseburg with 6:06 on the clock. Clevenger back to the top for Ritchie. Out to the right wing. Adi up to the top. Back to Adi on the right wing. To the top for Ritchie. At the foul line, Johnson puts up a jump shot and gets it to rattle in. Jed Johnson stretches the lead back to double digits. But maybe not for long. A foul on the other end quickly as Leeworthy's heading back to the line. Ritchie, that's his third foul. Special thanks to our sponsor, Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC, as well as Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Leeworthy makes the first free throw. He's now in double figures. 10 points tonight. Second leading scorer on Roseburg. Second player in double figures for the Tribe. 55-45, 10-point lead for South Medford. Time's running out. Got to execute on the free throws, and Leeworthy short. Keeps it a 10-point game. Adi to the top for Tanasi. Tanasi pulls up from the foul line. Short. Tried to get the front back roll. Does not get the favorable bounce. Bentia takes it. Passes to the far corner. Leeworthy. Nylon. Jaron Leeworthy has come out on fire here in the fourth quarter. 9 points for Leeworthy, and the lead is down to 7. Out to the right wing, back to the top. Adi to Tanasi. Into the paint. Hand off to Johnson. He goes one-on-one with Luther, and he gets the hand on it. A block for Luther. Bentia with it. To the near side, Scott slows it down on the left arc. Takes it to the near corner. And backs it back to the top for Leeworthy. The hot hand. Back to Scott on the left wing. Into the left block for Fanigal. Back it into defender. Goes up the right hand. And he's blocked by a D. Still a 7-point game. 4:40 and counting in the fourth. Adi back to the top for Tanasi. Now to the right wing for Johnson. Into the paint. And Adi is fouled. Count the basket and one. Makes it a 9-point game with a chance to stretch it back to double figures for Cole Adi. Has a total of 8 points. And he makes it.
Timeout, South Medford. 30-second timeout.
So a timeout for South Medford. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 58-48. 4:28 to play. 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
.428 to go. Indians trailing by 10. They've cut it to 7 a couple of times here in the second half. They haven't been able to find their way out of the pickle. They were down 18-0 in this, down by 18 points in this game, and they've battled their way back. Bentia in the paint, went up with the right hand, was fouled, couldn't get the shot to go, but he'll go to the line and shoot two. Foul is on Joey Clevenger. That's his third team foul. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Bentia makes the free throw. He's been busy at the line today. That was his 11th free throw attempt. He's 8 for 11 at the line. And now he's 8 for 12 as he's no good on the second free throw. Keeps it a 9-point game, 58-49. Pass to the top, out to the right wing for Tanasi. Fanigal gets it. Indians pass it up court. Bentia, left wing three-pointer, won't rattle in. Just off the mark. Johnson the board. South Medford will slow it down with 3:50. Tanasi out to the right wing for Johnson. To the right elbow, back to the right wing for Adi. He'll drive on Luther. Gets Bentia jumping and flying. They pass it around the perimeter into Johnson in the corner. He'll drive baseline, and he's fouled. Head into the hoop. Foul is on
Roseburg foul on number 2,
Landon Fanigal, that's his fourth. So now Jed Johnson at the line. His first is good. Special thanks to Gibbs RV. You got to get to Gibbs. Special thanks to all of our sponsors today, as well as the Cow Creek Tribe, our proud video sponsor. And Johnson goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's now 60-49, an 11-point game. 3:25 to go. Fanigal in the left wing, back to the top for Bentia. Bentia jabs, pulls up from the top of the arc. Too strong, tipped out, and Tanasi gets it. Out to Ritchie, as he'll slow things out. Adi up to Tanasi, pulls up from the right elbow. Shot strong. Rebound goes to Roseburg with Harrison Scott. He'll bring it up the floor. Down the left lane, goes up with the left hand. Short. He hit the deck, no foul. Under 3 minutes to play, and South Medford leading by 11 and can control the clock. Tenassi to the far corner. Clevenger back to the top for a D, and they get it back to Tenassi. Near side, it's Johnson. Hands it off to Tenassi. And a foul. This time it's Bentia.
Jake Von Strahl under the South Medford lineup.
And Jake Von Strahl will check in. So Tenassi at the line. Makes the first. 61-49 the score. South Medford with the lead. Tenassi a 64% free throw shooter, and a timeout's going to be used by Roseburg. 30-second timeout. We'll take one ourselves for our final timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
.227 to play, 61-49 at the score. It's South Medford with the lead. Been a fun one tonight, I will say. After it looked like it was going to be a blowout early on, Roseburg's played exceptionally well in the second half. Just haven't been able to outlast the Panthers. Roseburg outscored South Medford in the third quarter, 18-15, and they're outscoring the Panthers right now here in the fourth quarter. But it's Isaac Tenassi at the line. His second free throw is good.
Jake Von Strahl under the South Medford lineup.
62-49, 2:27 to play. The Indians going to have to go quick and score fast. Get some stops defensively. Fanning out on the near side. Scott, and passes batted out of bounds. Roseburg basketball. Fanigal gets it into the top for Leeworthy. Over to Luther. Hands it off to Bentia. Bentia drives, dishes. Leeworthy, three-pointer off iron, and rebound goes to Von Strahl. South Medford with the basketball on the right side of the court, under 2 minutes to play. Trying to close this one out. Von Strahl out to the right wing for a D. They're killing clock. Running the weave. Ritchie down the left wing. Von Strahl into the paint for a D. Back to the top. Three-pointer. Clevenger. Splash. Might be the nail in the coffin. 65-49. Bentia dishes to Luther in the paint. Underhand toss to Leeworthy, who drives baseline short on the floater, and it's knocked out of bounds off of South Medford with 1:19 on the clock. So Tenassi almost got subbed in, and then he'll sit back down. 1:19 on the clock. They get the pass into Bentia. Short on the first shot from the right side of the rim, and then he got his own rebound and laid it back up and in. Oh, and Bentia, he has now 19 points in the game. 65-51. South Medford with the basketball. 1 minute to play. Luther reaches in and gets a foul. Fourth foul on Luther. It is past 8 o'clock, and we will try to wrap this one up as quickly as possible. We know that there are some Beaver fans Waiting to hear the Beavers game with Mike Parker on the call. Joey Kieran actually up in Spokane engineering that one as Johnson makes the first free throw, makes it 66-51. We'll get you up to Spokane right after we wrap up this game. Beavers and Bulldogs, big-time matchup up in Spokane. Lane violation for South Medford. And a timeout for Roseburg with 59.7 seconds. So we'll keep it here. It's a game that's kind of teetered back and forth, and it really felt very similar to the game at home last year. It was a 79-61 win for South Medford last year. They used an 8-0 run to begin the second quarter and had an answer for every Roseburg bucket last year. The Indians fell behind as much by 14 points in the third quarter last year. Well, this year it was 18 points in the second quarter. Indians kept cutting it back to just single digits, which has happened a couple of times here today. The Panthers have always responded and pushed the lead back to 10 or more, and feels like we're going in circles, like a broken record. Vanagao at the top, goes between his legs, down the left lane, and out of bounds. And actually a foul. They're going to call it. Foul on Jake Von Strahl. And a foul on Colady. That's his fourth. So Tanasi will check in. Ritchie will check out. Tanasi gets it on the inbound. Adi gets it. Pass to the far side, and Clevenger will bring it past half court. No foul called as Leeworthy reached for it. Adi gets it at the top, and finally a foul with Fanagau picking up his fifth foul. So that's his fifth, and so Tristan Frabel will check in for him. Colady will go to the line. Chance to get into double figures here. Leading scorer at 13.8, short. He has 9 points today. Had 16 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds last game against South Eugene. Now the bench players coming in. Scott, Bentia, and Luther all checking out. Rather, Leeworthy, not Scott. And now the bench players will check in for South Medford as well. Cantrell, Palm, and Egbert into the game. Gannon Egbert, one of the swingers that is now playing his 4th game on varsity. (66-51), 38.3. Adi's free throw rattles in. 67-51, the score. Cantrell passes it in for Scott. Scott down the left alley all alone, lays it up, it rattles out. Rebound goes to Palm underneath the basket. He can't get it to go. Rebound goes to South Medford. Toss up the floor, Pacheco has it, and he could put it in. Instead, he'll dribble it out. What a smart move. They can solidify a victory here. Clevenger has it, 15 seconds, 14 seconds, and the Panthers are going to dribble it out. Pacheco thought about putting up a 3 with 7 seconds. They're laughing about it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 and 1. South Medford comes in here to Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Controls from the get-go, and they win it 67-51. 16-point win for the Panthers. We'll break this one down on the other half of this 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Can't move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back here to Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Wrapping things up. We'll see if we get Coach in before we send it over to the Beavers. Final numbers that I have unofficially. Jaron Leeworthy with a total of 13 points in this one. 9 of them coming in the fourth quarter. Landon Fanigow had 4 points. Harrison Scott with 5. Owen Bentia had 19 points. Easton Cantrell, he came off the bench, did not score any points. Caden Luther with 8 points, and Jaden Kemmerly finished with 2 points. On the other side for South Medford, leading scorer was Quentin Ritchie. He had 11 with Joey Clevenger also scoring 11. Jed Johnson had 12. I should say he's the leading scorer. Jake Von Strahl had 10 total points. And Isaac Tanasi with 9 points for South Medford. Jason Spires had 4 points as well. Quick math. I think it adds up. No, at least I got the Roseburg scores correct. But South Medford a little iffy on unofficial statistics. For the Indians, they'll be back at home on Friday versus South Eugene. That one a 6:45 tip-off. We'll have the pregame show at 6:30 p.m. right here on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. For South Medford, they'll be off on Friday before hosting the Black Tornado Big South versus North battle next Tuesday. They'll be at home next Tuesday. Should be a fun one down there for those Medford students. Coach seems a little bit busy right now, and we got to get to the Beavers game. So that's going to do it for us here today. Roseburg falls to 5-13, 1-4 in Southwest Conference play. South Medford 4-2 in Southwest Conference play, 8-10 overall on the season. Tough one for the Indians. Real difference was the first quarter, outscored 20-5 after that point. The Indians were in it for the rest of the game, actually outscored South Medford in the second half. It was really just the first half and really the first quarter got things out of hand. 18 points, the largest lead of the night. It ends up being a 16-point victory, but regardless, though, it still was a fight where Roseburg got it back to single digits a couple of times and had a chance to come from behind and win it. Similar story to last year back at home. South Medford pushes towards the end and gets the win for a 67-51 victory. Special thanks to everybody that made this broadcast possible. To Adam Blue, the athletic director here at Roseburg High School. To Grady Hamilton, our producer back in studio. Christina Lease, our camera woman here tonight. I'm Knight Uretsky. See you on Friday as the Roseburg Indians take on the South Eugene Axe here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. We'll see you then. For now, let's get over to Spokane for the Oregon State Beavers taking on the Gonzaga Bulldogs here tonight on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.